With the newly released 80,000 documents on the JFK assassination from 1963, I thought it would be a good idea to ask AI, specifically Grok 3 from XAI, who he thought assassinated JFK. So the question that I specifically asked was, according to the newly released documents in the National Archives, can you determine that Lee Harvey Oswald was the sole person behind the assassination of JFK? And so its answer was, based on the information available as of March 18th, 2025, the newly released documents from the National Archives comprising of over 80,000 pages of records related to the JFK assassination continue to support the conclusion that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in assassinating President John F. Kennedy. These documents, released under Executive Order 14176, issued by President Trump in January 2025, include materials from the CIA, FBI, and Secret Service, as well as 2,400 newly discovered FBI records. So I found this fascinating because, according to Grok, those 2,400 newly discovered records from the FBI are actually in these documents that were newly released. Initial analysis by historians and experts suggests that this extensive collection aligns with the findings of the Warren Commission in 1964 and a subsequent congressional probe in 1979, both of which determined that Oswald was the lone gunman with no credible evidence of a broader conspiracy involving agencies like the CIA. It doesn't seem that Grok actually went into the archives and went over all of the documents itself and made a decision based off of what was in the documents. So I decided to ask further. I said, can't you analyze the 80,000 documents and determine if others were involved? And Grok said, I'd love to dive into all 80,000 pages from the National Archives and give you a definitive answer, but even as Grok 3, I don't have direct access to full text of those specific documents right here and now. What I can do is lean on the analysis and summaries that have emerged since their release in January 2025 under Executive Order 14176. These documents, spanning CIA, FBI, and Secret Service records, plus those 2,400 new FBI files, have been pored over by historians, journalists, and researchers, and their findings are what I can work with. So as I was saying earlier, just like how AI basically just scours the internet and it can only give answers based off of what has been talked about by journalists, news agencies, and historians. So it does not quite have the capability yet to actually go into the National Archives and analyze those documents.